Chris and Mitch are discussing the gold mining process at a mine in Scribner Creek. They believe that the problem is with the fine gold being caught by the pump, which is not allowing the gold to settle where it is supposed to. The pump is not working as efficiently as it should be, and they need to turn it down to reduce water volume and stop washing the gold out. Mitch has a copy of the pump and is meeting with Chris at the plant. There is no resistance against the pump, but it is almost level with the wash plant. They plan to shut off some spray bars, such as the first spray bar with 6 outlets, to cut the water out. They also plan to open the bypass valves to divert water from the pump around the plant and into the settling pond, reducing the flow through the sluice. The bypass valves have been completely opened, and the pump is now ready to be flashed up and tested. Chris is excited about the progress and hopes that the gold will be able to get down in the carpets. However, they are concerned about the increased pressure in the bypass hose, which has broken free from its foundations when it gets a whip and could potentially cause harm. To ensure the pump works, Tyson has installed coarse tailings and rock on top of the pipe to prevent it from crushing. Parker's crew is ready to flash up the pump and see if it works. The pump is now ready to be tested, and Chris is pleased with the results. At Scribner Creek, Parker spent $350,000 stripping his deepest ever ground, bringing his total spend to $1.44 million. He needs his only operating wash plant, Slucifer, to bring in over $180,000 in gold. In summary, the gold mining process at the mine is a complex and costly process that requires careful planning and execution. The team is determined to find a solution that will allow the gold to settle and be extracted from the soil. The company is working on a wash plant to improve their operations and increase profits. They have made adjustments to the plant, cutting water back and fine-tuning it, which has resulted in a significant increase in gold in the upper mats. The company is now ready for match time to determine if the Dumitz plant fix works, which could be worth over $600,000. Tony Beets is on the brink of reopening his Indian River operation, which could earn him almost $10 million this season, in anticipation of his water permit being issued today. He is sending truckloads of equipment to the claim right in the sand, and they already have 3 holes in Indian and 3 rocks in the Union. The company has been waiting for 2 years for his license to be approved, but it is finally happening. Tony has sent truckloads of equipment to the claim, and after waiting for 4 months, the water board has approved it. This move could make a difference on the ounces that the company will get out of the ground this year, as there are millions of dollars. The company is now closer to 2,000 ounces and joining the big leagues. Rick Beets is battling to drag a 100-foot steel skid out of the way so he can complete the $1 million sale of his riverboat. The company is now ready to roll and has a huge amount of pain to run through. At the Yukon River, Tony Beets is battling to drag a 100-foot steel skid out of the way so he can complete the $1 million sale of his riverboat. The company is now ready to take advantage of the opportunity to start making money and improve their operations. Fleet is planning to use 2 Kenworths and an Oshkosh tank transporter to pull out silt from the Yukon River. The winches have a combined pulling power of over 100 tons, and Tony is ensuring everyone's right to play on that side of the lines. They plan to break the suction out of the silt using a fish tank step and pull it up. At Paradise Hill, Tony is running 350 yards an hour of white channel pay through Mike's Trommel, hoping to hit 4,500 ounces. They have had a relatively successful season, but were disappointed not to reach the 10,000 ounce gold in the Indian River. Tony brought in a hired gun to advise on a new application for soil samples and conducted a small vegetation inventory. He has 95% confidence that a new license will be issued, as it is a lot of money at stake after 3 years. If they do get a license in the Indian River, they will need to get their trouble up and rolling because they got a pretty late start. Tony is breaking out the 40-foot BC trouble and is ready to sluice the end of the Indian River claims. Lynn gets stuck in a truck and Crane stuck on highway, and they are going to investigate the situation. The Crane and Kenworth truck combined weigh just shy of 100 tons, and the 20-degree hill is the worst possible place to break down, like the coffee might be agave. In summary, Fleet plans to use 2 Kenworths and an Oshkosh tank transporter to pull out silt from the Yukon River. They plan to use a combination of power, precision, and patience to ensure success in their endeavors. The conversation revolves around a dangerous hill and the need to tighten the brakes on a vehicle. The group is working on a drama, but they are concerned about the water pump's performance. They have a backup water pump, which is not functioning properly due to a worn fan belt and crankshaft. The water pump is powered by a generator and a fan that cools the engine. The belt driving the fan has worn so thin that it no longer spins the fan, leading to an overheated engine. The team is considering a different pump line to replace the broken one, as the motor is shot on the backup one. A 4-hour round trip to Dawson for a new fan belt will cost Parker over $17,000 in downtime. The team needs a new belt or pump, as they have a whole cut to sluice out the issue. The group is informed that a marsh plant is not running at the promised land. Wash plant's Lucifer is shut down with a broken water pump, and the marsh plant is not running at the promised land. Jordan, who was able to get belts quickly, swapped them out and they are back online. Jordan flew in a helicopter with the parts for the pump, which cost $2,000. Troy Taylor, the owner of Duncan Creek, claims is getting inquiries into their property and is ready to sell. They are hoping that Rick is confident enough to buy them out. However, Tyler is unsure if he is ready for this. In summary, the conversation revolves around a dangerous hill and the need to tighten the brakes on a vehicle. The team is concerned about the potential consequences of a broken water pump and the potential impact on the community. They are considering selling their property and hope that Rick is confident enough to make the decision. Rick, a gold miner, is facing a challenging situation with landowner Troy Taylor, offering him a $250,000 down payment for 150 ounces of gold. The mine is already maxed out and losing 300 yards an hour, making it difficult to find the ground. Rick's crew needs to find a way to increase production quickly, and he has a crazy idea that requires one of his guys to step up. Former Yukon ironworker Kyle Lawson is working his second season on Rick's crew, and he is working on a new idea to increase production. Rick is relying on Kyle to bring in the extra 150 ounces, which he needs on his own. He is nervous being the first time riding the plant by himself, but showing trust in him. Rick is excited about the opportunity to run both wash plants for a while, as he has been working on Monster Red 4 weeks ago. This old wash plant is still capable of sluicing 100 yards an hour. Rick is relying on Kyle to bring in the extra 150 ounces on his own, showing a lot of trust in him. Rick is hoping to avoid tailing the plant, as it can cause blockages and cause downtime. He hopes to avoid hitting the tailings back up, as it can cause blockages and cause downtime. The team has delivered over $3.5 million this year, with the airship cuts where Big Red just finished up. The team has achieved a total of 7,501 ounces combined with both wash plants, which is impressive. The bonus 300 ounces from Redemption Road put the season total at 7,501. Mud Mountain, the gold miner, has a smaller total of 3,058 ounces, far less than the drill tests indicated. Despite Mud Mountain not living up to its promise, the team has managed to beat last year by 800 ounces, grossing a record-breaking $15 million in Klondike gold. Rick, his crew, and others are working hard to improve their production and meet the demands of the landowner Troy Taylor. They are working on a new idea to increase production and make the ground profitable. Despite the challenges, they are determined to continue their work and achieve their goals.